been talking to myself. This is the second time I'm recording this video because I didn't press the record button and I was too stupid to see the red light on the thing was not on. So yes, Mars in the 6th house for Cancer Ascendant people. And as you know, Mars rules the 10,000, 5th house. 10th house of your desire of your career, authorities, government, okay, so father's family, your reputation, your routines of your education, your routines of the mantras, and the 5th house of education, children, speculation, mantras, past life deeds, your future. So Mars is here in the 6th house. Now here Mars creates a Vedic yoga. Vedic yoga occurs when Mars, the 10th lord, is in the 6th house, either exalted in its own sign or in a benefic sign, in its most friendliest sign, which is Sagittarius. It shows that a person will rise through competition. Okay? It shows that a person will persevere through being in an environment that is the most challenging. You send this person into a place where there's just like, book work and desk work, and it's not competition, it's just administration. They will not feel like they're thriving. They'll actually become lazy. You send this individual into a workplace where they have to every day feel like they're surrounded by their challenges. Like, for example, if I do so many readings of people in Silicon Valley who are in tech sales, okay, and it's big money, it's big money involved. I mean, we're talking $10 million, $100 million deal, and they get a commission from that when they get this company to do business with their company regarding clouds, regarding softwares, this and that. And yet there's teams set up all over the place. Okay. So one company will have like 10 different teams in 10 different territories competing with other teams from other companies. And so again, real life experience of astrology will give you a much better outlook on your predictive ability. Because I see people with this doing well. With Mars as the 10th lord in the 6th house, they're in an environment of technology. Okay. Although with this particular position, you can also find a lawyer, detective, war veteran, somebody who could be even in chemical engineering, especially if Moon or Venus are in the 5th house, or Venus goes with Mars. We see architects and strategists, like people who work for companies like Bain and Company, McKinsey and Company, Korn Ferry. I've seen all of that. But of course, we'll have to see who's your Artha. Is Ketu your Artha? Is Venus your Artha? Or is Sun your Artha? That will determine where this person works. Like in India, I see people who love doing government work, wanting to be, in IPS type related work. But the thing is, they have to be in a challenging position. If you it's like, for example, you take, for example, Sachin Tendulkar. You take Ronaldinho. You can take Michael Jordan. You put them in a high school game as a professional athlete. They'll be like, what am I doing here? I know you're paying me this much to play here, but I feel like I'm losing my skills here by playing in this particular league. They'll dominate the league. They'll do very well, but they just feel like, it's not me. I need a challenge. I need to thrive as an individual. The person always has to progress in life with this position. If they don't progress in life, they don't feel challenged. They will not feel like they're progressing. Okay, some people will just love having a small amount of income, just being able to pay the bills. They'll do fine. This person, I don't care about, sometimes they won't even care about the money. They'll be like, is this work challenging and am I thriving? And of course, this also shows a prarabdha towards taking on debts for your children, taking on debts for their education. Especially, it can show with the firstborn, you'll have to pay for their education while the other two may take a loan. Right? So the responsibility comes into play. You have to become a source of guide and a mentor for your children, especially your firstborn, because 5th, the Lord is in Sagittarius. And 6th house becomes your prarabdha. 10th house becomes your karma. Your karma is to become the mentor for your children. But on the other hand, we will also see this is the individual who can fight with bosses. Fight with bosses, mentors, gurus. Will challenge them. Whether they know much more than them or not, they'll always look at them as colleagues. Oh, they're not my guru, they're not my mentor, they're just like at my level. And they shouldn't do that, because then, of course, the prarabdha is being calculated. You go to listen to some spiritual guru, you know, you could be disrespectful for them, especially in their Q&A session. Don't do that. With this, you're inquiring 10 times the karma when you do that. Sure, sometimes you will be able to challenge mentors and people around you. Of course, there's nothing wrong with that, but it needs to be a healthy challenge. You can't just put your ego into play that, no, these are not above me, they're always on my level, or they're below me. So that ego and arrogance can come into play here if Jupiter's not checking Mars. If Jupiter doesn't have that leash, that control on the Mars. So watch for those particular, you know, if Jupiter's influence is not there, if Jupiter's control is not on Mars, you need to watch out for what the type of people of higher knowledge and higher caliber run into your life. Because the thing is, your Mars is going to keep looking them as challenge. Like, oh, you know more than me? Okay, watch this. Instead of saying, oh, wow, you know more than me, please teach me more, they'll be like, no, I know more than you. They may know as well. But I'm just trying to save you from not incurring more karma, so you'll have to come back. Okay, they'll challenge their father. Father becomes a competition. And of course, it shows somebody in father's family will be a lawyer, will be a war veteran. Okay. And even in somebody in father's family would be a big devotee towards either Hanuman or Kartikeya. Although Kartikeya you will not find so much unless you go in certain parts of the country. But you'll see that. And especially, definitely somebody in father's family will be in government. They'll be working in government. Okay. And certain positions of this Mars will have this person get a job, lose a job, get a job, lose a job, get a job, lose a job, until they go into a particular position where the actual job changes frequently. Like, for example, people who go into consulting firms where they have different challenges different companies. And I don't know if I said this in my last video, but like, I do a lot of readings for people from Silicon Valley, especially people in tech sales. And like, for example, and these are big deals that are happening. These are like $1 million deals, $10 million deals, $100 million deal to get a company to do business with them, with their cloud agency or whatever the scenario is in tech. And they have different sales teams all over the place. And then they're competing with other companies with their sales team trying to acquire business from them. So I see the people who are victorious. This is why doing real life consultation gives you a much better perspective on the placements than reading some book. Because here I see people who find victory in their life in those scenarios. They're strategists. I have done a lot of consultations of people with this placement who are working for companies like BCG, McKinsey & Company, Bain & Company, Korn Ferry. You'll find strategists with this. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of Mars in the 6th house for Cancer Ascendant people. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your Mars is placed, all your astrological details, check out KRSastrology.com. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.